Hello.
Okay.
So here's the deal. I wanted to go live 15 minutes ago, but then we were trying to get some. I was trying to get some stuff done last minute. Try to grab a couple things, and then we did go live. Realized that it was unlisted, so we were just talking to no one at all. So if you're watching this on the replay right now, well, if you're watching this on the replay, then you know we were totally on time and we weren't late whatsoever to the scheduled time that we wanted to do this live stream. But if you're waiting right now, or if you're just popping into the live stream, hello. So this was sort of a last minute decision to do a live stream, as generally my live streams are, because it takes a bit for me to like set up all of this. Like this is all like ready to go for the most part, but just getting the camera set up and the light and then the interface with the computer and all that fun stuff, it takes a minute. So I want to make sure that it looks good, I think, and then we have to like take a reasonable thumbnail so we kind of know what, for people that are watching this, what to anticipate. So yeah, this is us doing a casual live stream to sort of make up for the fact of the previous live stream from a couple weeks ago,
where we were just kind of talking but not engaging necessarily. Now we want to talk to you guys. We want to engage, answer questions, have some fun.
Yeah, because I like to have like intentioned and constructed live streams where it's like I want to talk about this. Like it's almost like a podcast, sort of, where it's me like wanting to talk about this particular subject and just kind of, like talk about it.
I mean, let us know if we'd be good podcasters. You never know.
I mean, that would, I think, involve a little bit more structure, like actual notes with bullet points to discuss and that sort of a thing.
Yay, Jabber's here. Hi.
Jabber, yay. Okay. Oh no, So I'm using this Ecamm software, which makes the comments look a little bit smaller. So we're gonna get to them. If I pull the laptop like any closer, then you'll see it in the camera, so it's pushed back a little bit. I was trying to figure out this like method of. I tried to see if I could get my laptop.
Everyone's saying my mic isn't working.
Oh no.
Hello, testing. It's showing that it's working on here.
Talk like right into it.
Is this better? Is it just that it's too far away? And it's just mine, right? It's not Roy's?
I do talk abnormally loud. Because I can see our levels here in the interface, and I didn't change any settings about it. I do think you talk sort of away from it, so it might be a little bit quieter.
I just didn't want to, like, up. No. Our screen just went dark. I mean, are you guys still like hearing? Because our screen went dark. So do you guys, let me just talk into your mic. You guys can still hear us, right? Even though our screen went dark? Or is it still? Wow, we really just thought that we would just do a casual live stream today and then just nothing happened correctly. Hello. Are we back? Okay. So it's better if I'm closer, but mine is still... Okay.
What is happening here?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. We're just still trying to figure out what's going on. But I'm reading all of your comments, so I'm just like keeping up. So this is me talking in my mic right now. So please just kind of let me know what you're hearing from here. I'm talking directly into it. So let me know if it sounds like I'm still talking further away. And then this is me talking into Roy's mic. So tell me what the difference is here, because Roy's just like behind the camera right now, just trying to get everything fixed. Okay, so you can still hear me only better in Roy's mic, is what Jabber's saying? Because this is me and Roy's mic right now. I'm trying to figure out if mine's plugged in all the way.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go and cut this one off, and then I'll start another one. Sorry, everybody.
This is still me and mine, so please come back in a minute. Okay.
I did this before, but I did not do it during the live stream at all. Okay, so you can see something?
Yep, I can see you. What do you think it would be?
I'm not sure because I did this last time.
It did?
Yes.
Why don't I remember that?
Like, it's been doing this and setting up for this before.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, we're back. Wait, are we back? Can you see us? I thought I ended the live stream and apparently we're back. Cool. Hi, everyone. I don't know what I said during that time or what you heard, but it was frustrating. But sometimes you just gotta unplug the camera and plug it back in. Sometimes.
Okay, but it still depends on what my mic sounds like. That's the real question.
I mean, I can always just like bump you up a little bit, but
True.
we should have both in there.
Well, because, okay, I can see my one is a little bit lower.
Yeah. I'm going to bump that up a little bit then. All right, so I guess we're back. Now try.
Testing. Does it sound different?
See, but you're doing it so like, testing.
They
Does it
they
sound
heard
different?
everything. They heard the little meltdown.
I didn't have a meltdown. Well, it was a box over here, and it may seem like there's a lot of room in here, but there's not. So just me bumping into everything as I'm trying to like figure out this camera stuff, where I'm like, because camera stuff. Okay, well, we'll see how this looks in the replay. I hit into live stream, so I presumed that the live stream had concluded. So
Okay, so my mic is still low volume.
that's so weird.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Let's see.
Please hold.
All right, try talk.
I mean, everyone says they hear me, but do you hear me the same? Is it still low?
Okay, I keep talking to see.
Just kind of waiting to see what everyone else is saying. Everyone's saying, I hear her fine.
Because you're on like the max gain right now, so I'm gonna.
Please tell me if I start talking too loud.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna go and go with that.
We're just gonna roll with
We're
it.
just gonna talk because this has been a live stream already that I've never. I watch a little of other like live streams and I always see like when other people experience like technical difficulties and it's always like, it's such a bummer because it's like I wouldn't know what I would do in those like scenarios if like the Wi-Fi goes out or the signal drops out or whatever it is, like the quality goes down to like 144p or something like that, and. Or just like what ends up happening, like do they restart the entire live stream, which is what I thought I did, which is what I apparently didn't do, and now that's good to know going forward.
What if we were like completely different people once the camera turned off?
I kind of was. I was grumpy. I don't know.
You were
Now I'm nervous about what the replay is.
You were just upset about how small it is in here, which is, it's more cramped in here than normal because you pulled this table out like really far. You didn't give us a lot of wiggle room.
No,
so.
because it's normally like right up against the wall back over here, and that's always like kind of challenging because there's a lot going on like behind the table where I have the camera set up, and then like there's like a ring light around the camera. Then I have multiple cords going to and from the camera to the computer, and every single like input in the computer is being used right now.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone's saying it sounds a lot better. My volume on my mic was turned up more than Roy's, so if it starts sounding like I'm just like blasting in your ear, please let me know.
I turned it down a little bit, so it should be okay.
Okay.
Now.
Cool. But hi.
Yeah, I did. The Ecamm live stream makes you confirm ending the live stream, so you have to click it twice. I thought I did. Maybe I did not.
Lol.
Yeah. Wow. this live stream, this was supposed to be like, I mean, I'm glad that I guess it happened on this one instead of like a one that I wanted it to be like a more, you know, like a good live stream. Not that this is like isn't a good live stream, but one that had more of like a purpose. Like we were like in the middle of talking about our California trip, and then the audio goes out or the camera goes out or something like that, where it's like I can't restart that, you know, or like what do I do now and everything.
Well, the good news is that the whole point of this live stream was to engage more than we did last time, and with this mic stuff, we were really engaging with everyone. So thank you. Back to normal.
I think it's something to do with the camera back here, which is something that has me a little bit worried because I have been trying to condense like my camera equipment. Like I keep trying to upgrade certain equipment, but then I need to deal with the equipment that I already have. That there's nothing really technically wrong with it. I'm just trying to improve it. So usually I would like get another camera and sort of replace that camera, try to sell that camera. That would happen a lot with my G7X Mark II, which is like the little point and shoot camera, and that's like really good for just putting in your pocket, traveling. It's really good quality. Everybody still pretty much uses it. Arlo just jumped up on the couch in the bed over here.
I know he's in this tiny little bed
on the couch.
He's so cute.
Because I put a like a dog / cat bed on the couch so the animals would stop getting their fur all over it, and they seem to really like it. It's super comfy for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, camera stuff. God, when am I not talking about camera stuff? So I've been trying to condense all that equipment, and it's easier to do when I have like a camera that I like actively use, where there's nothing really wrong with it. I just want to like get a new and more like updated, like just a better one. So like I'll sell like a G7X that I've used for like a couple years, you know, and I'd sell it for like, you know, a third of the price just to get a little something back for it, just so I can like reinvest that into like a brand new one. So I'm not just buying a new one outright, but I use that enough to where like it's nice to have a new one, you know, every so often, just to reduce the risk of like, you know, weather or dust getting on the sensor or the lens or something like that, or just like the grip of the camera starting to not be good. If you have questions or you want to just say hello or anything like that, this is just supposed to be like a casual live stream. I'm trying to like open up this this window of opportunity for my channel to have these sort of more casual conversations. I don't want it to be, you know, every single week or every other day or anything like that. But I do think these are fun, and it's sort of fun to just have this conversation, you know, and have like that little bit of a platform and bounce back from people that are interested in theme parks and you know, want to partake in a conversation with us about that.
Yeah.
Did want to thank Jabber because he did put a super sticker at the very beginning of this that started right around when all the technical malfunctions started happening, which may happen again, so I'm sorry about that. I think it has something to do with the camera just going like the multiple what are they called, cords going to and from the camera back over here. So if it happens again, I'm sorry, and I'll try to figure that out. But yeah, thank you again, Jabber, for the super sticker. I appreciate that.
And Jabber, you're still here, right?
I hope so. But hello, everybody that is coming into the live stream. Hopefully we sound all right. Hopefully we are at least visibly here. But we're gonna go ahead and start getting into it here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Our friend Max is here.
Yeah.
Okay. We met Carla and Kiko.
Hi again.
Yeah. At Club Cool a while back. Whoa.
Club Cool. Wait, the new one or the
original
old
Club
one?
Cool? Yeah. To me, present
I
Club
remember
Cool doesn't
meeting-
really feel like Club Cool.
Because I remember meeting a couple at the newer one.
Yeah. That might have been it. But for some reason, like now, Club Cool doesn't feel like Club Cool, which is sad.
Yeah.
So Marco says, where do you buy your equipment? I shop from B&H online and on a lot, and they also have used products you can always test and then return if you don't like. B&H, I feel like I used them once, and I did try to do that, and they were very, it was like challenging to like, I purchased from Amazon. I just purchased new or like new from Amazon, particularly because of the return policy on Amazon is a lot more streamlined and easy to do when it comes to returning some sort of an equipment if I don't like it. Because I feel like I have used B&H before, and it was like challenging to try to return something, or like the hours of their business in order to facilitate a return. It was like hard to do or something. Like I honestly forget, but I mostly just purchase from Amazon, but I do check B&H often to sort of see what they have. I think it was B&H. That was back when I was like trying to purchase my Sigma lens that I'm using on this camera right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
but-
now I remember Carla and Kiko because we looked at their YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. See, I don't. Yeah. Why don't I like? I guess because it's not very cool to me. Club cool now.
Oh.
It's just like, drink some sodas there on the wall. Like there's, I don't know.
Drink some sodas on the wall.
I don't know. Original Club Cool was so much fun, and it was so much more open.
It was
And
cute.
yes, the floor was incredibly sticky, but like,
That added to the charm.
yeah, but like drinking sodas. Ow! I keep hitting everything.
Stop it. What Disney resort would you guys like to stay at next? I know mine. I want to stay in the cabins again, but I want to be able to bring Arlo this time.
Should I? Because I may or may not be staying at a Disney resort at some point, super soonish, within the year.
What?
Yeah, with my family.
I don't remember this.
Oh no! My family's coming again in November for a family reunion that we generally have down here, which they've come less often year to year, because it was a lot easier to come down.
That's
a decade or two ago.
Maybe I don't remember this then.
No, I told you about it. I was so excited for it because we're doing a 2-part resort stay.
Oh, because the first resort is this resort.
Yes.
And then this. Okay, now I remember.
Oh
Okay.
God!
Never
Look
mind.
at this.
Sorry, I had an eyelash. It was so distracting.
This is embarrassing.
Ugh.
I'll keep that. I'll keep that a bit of a like a fun thing to look forward to.
But we've definitely been like dying to bring Arlo to
I
Fort
think
Wilderness.
Fort Wilderness specifically. Like, I would love to go back and like just camp there again.
Yeah.
Not right now. It's very hot right now.
I want to do tent camping again, but I don't want to do tent camping with him until we do maybe like the cabin camping, just to kind of see how he takes to the environment first. But
And I don't know how much longer we're gonna be able to do that. If they're gonna take those out at some point and then replace them with DVC, like if it'll even be as easy to get, because DVC is challenging to get as like a resort guest just in general. And then a lot of how I do Disney resorts is I'm able to get cast member discounts, which is why we stay in, Disney resorts here and there, and how I'm able to like do that with my family.
Emily
Because
wants
otherwise it's incredibly expensive.
Oh, I was gonna say Emily wants to know if we have any more trips planned. We always have trips planned. I think.
We don't always have trips, but we always like are impulsively like trying to decide what to do for like this next major event, because fortunately our birthdays, our anniversary, our anything that we celebrate, basically they're like intervaled apart at like comfortable times, where it's like my birthday's in May, our anniversary's in July, your birthday's in September, and then we do something maybe for Halloween, for Christmas, and so there's always something sort of to plan for.
Well, I mean, as far as things planned, we do have 2 plans coming up: the anniversary trip, and then I'm planning my birthday trip now, because my birthday this year is going to be my 30th. So I'm trying to do something big, and it's probably going to involve maybe a couple different trips with like friends and then family. So yeah, we do have stuff coming up, and it's going to be really fun. A lot of tropical, a lot of beach, my kind of vibe.
Yeah, so nothing really except for our anniversary trip, which is we're going to do something fun in a couple weeks from now, actually, because it is now in July, because our anniversary is July 13th.
All right, Max says, 2-part question. We are halfway through 2023. What is your favorite experience you've had so far this year? And what are you most looking forward to in the remainder of the half of the year?
Okay. Probably
Probably the California trip, I think, hands down.
well,
That was the thing that
I did go to Guatemala.
You did go to Guatemala. Mine was California trip.
I think okay, so it's hard. But they were so different. Like one of them was like just like massively like culturally like interesting, you know. Like I actually like went somewhere, I hiked these like volcanoes, and I stayed in these hostels with no air conditioning, and I like actually traveled around this country, and I saw like ancient Mayan ruins and all that fun stuff. Like that was like a real trip, you know. And California was just like, not that it was like a rinse and repeat sort of a trip, but it was like something that we'd done before. The challenge is just trying to do it better each time. Try to do it a little bit like more, like, you know, where we can do more with less time, or we can do different stuff, or figure out a new way to do something that we've done before. You know, figuring out and organizing our like favorites with new stuff. I don't know. I guess California, because it was last minute, and then we just sort of did it. You know, we didn't have this like huge build up to it where we were planning it like months in advance.
It was really impulsive.
Or anything. It was literally 2 weeks before we went, which, as far as like plane flight tickets, you know, probably would have been a little bit better.
Excuse me, I have to go check if there's something in my eye.
Uh-oh.
Excuse the pajama pants.
This live stream, I swear. But it was fun. No, Arlo woke up and he's like, "Where'd she go?"
Have like an eyelash, as I always do.
Yeah. But Disneyland was fun. Disneyland sort of like proved, just California in general, like proved that like, hey, you know what, we can do this on a minimal amount of time. Presuming your parents are comfortable with it, that we can just drop off Arlo for like a weekend or something, and we can just go to California if we want to. Nintendo, absolute highlight, incredible. Knott's Berry Farm, I want to go back again. I still can't confirm with my mom if I've actually gone or not, and now I'm getting massively
Janet,
confused.
let us know.
Because she says that we went, and now she's like, meh, maybe not. Now I'm like, I don't know what to do
Mom
with this, because I'm, you know, anybody in this like community is very much so like, my first time doing this, you know.
I think in terms of what I'm looking forward to in the rest of the year is probably my birthday. Like if the stuff that we've talked about kind of like pans through successfully, I think it could be really fun. But another thing I'm really excited for is there are 2 trips that we've really been wanting to do, me specifically. The first one was the California trip, so we got that one done. I want to go back to Tennessee.
Yeah, so we definitely need to do Dollywood, like between, like going together. I know that you would love it. Like I really want to go back now that I'm like familiar with it, but it's been enough time. It's been like 4 years since I went. So
because I've said it before, like we've both have gone to Tennessee separately with our families and had a great time, but we've never been together. And I really want to go. I want to rent a cabin. I have family members that can help us out with that because they have like little Airbnbs and stuff. I want to hike. I want to go to like Pigeon Forge and all of this stuff, and I think it'd be really cool. I don't know if that'll be this year, but I'm hoping it'll be in the near future.
It's a bummer because like I'm like looking over here like the comments, and just by like reading them and like looking down at the computer, like it just makes me look so tired and disinterested, you know. And you're just over here like talking, and I'm just like, But like I am listening, but it's hard. Yeah, as far as like what I'm looking forward to the rest of the year, I don't know, because we have a lot of plans that are tentative and kind of get figured out like a couple weeks before they actually happen for the most part. And whether or not we do it, you know, or like how we plan it,
whether
I guess.
or not we do it, it's cut.
I get excited for it like right before we do it, because like leading up to it, like if we planned a trip right now for, you know, a December Christmas trip or something like that, I would honestly be more like anxious about it, because it would be something that I would have to like make sure that I get the time off for, and if not, how can I negotiate my schedule and trade off with my coworkers to work days I don't normally work to then be able to, you know, how we normally go on trips for this sort of stuff. So like once I know that I can actually do the trip, that's when I get super excited for it.
All right, switching gears. How'd you like that segue? Is there an epic land that you're excited about?
No.
I don't think anything's officially been announced. I think everyone is just kind of rightfully speculating.
It's not even speculative. Like the aerial pictures that are everywhere at this point clearly showcase very specifically the lands and the rides that are there.
Yeah.
But the fact is, I don't want to look at them. I don't want to know what's in that theme park until Universal wants me to know what's in that theme park. Like, I don't want to have that, like, one upsmanship when it comes to that knowledge, right? I don't know. Like, when Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure was being built, there was aerial pictures everywhere of the entire track, of every animatronic. Like, everything that had to do with that ride, it was on the internet. And I really did not like that. Just me as somebody that really likes to experience something in person for the first time and have that moment of being able to walk into a land and be like, wow, look at this.
It is nice. It's nice being surprised.
I don't want to see show buildings. I don't want to see, forced perspective and how they construct something so that you don't see what you're not supposed to see, because you're supposed to experience the land in the land, walking into it, and to see like the massive show building for this, or how they were able to do this tiered construction over here, like to have that ruined in advance. Arlo's looking at a FedEx truck driving by. Did he just turn around? All confused?
No, he just did the sassy, like... I would be excited about Mario coming in, just assuming that we're going to have a little bit more than what was in California, and to see how it compares. But also, if we get a Harry Potter area, I would be really curious to see what that looks like.
Just like we know we are, right?
Yeah.
And so
But
Super
outside
Nintendo,
of that, I want to be surprised.
like Universal Monsters, probably How to Train Your Dragon.
Ooh. You know what?
And
Monsters would be actually really cool. I might change my answer to Monsters.
yeah, but like all those ones that we mentioned, Harry Potter. What I was thinking, we rode Flight of Passage. Actually, we went to Animal Kingdom yesterday, and I've always wanted a Harry Potter broom coaster. A broom coaster, a broom, something like if they did Motorbike Adventure but brooms, if they did Flight of Passage but brooms. Just imagine flying through Hogwarts.
Give this man a broom.
Through the grounds of Hogwarts, just on a broom, playing a game of Quidditch. It would be so exhilarating, and I have no idea what ride they're putting in for the Harry Potter land. We'll see. But I don't know. I think I'm interested. So, like, the rumor is that they moved the tribute store Universal to where it is on Hollywood Boulevard now, to open up that space over by the Mummy, to do what they did when Islands of Adventure was opening up, which is to put just an entire preview of the theme park.
That would be cool.
And
if
that
they
would
did
be
a preview center.
Cool, which is interesting because I presume that they did that because back in the 90s, when social media wasn't a thing, that's how you advertised something. You literally spoiled everything to hope people would come back and plan a trip and visit this brand new theme park of yours opening up the following year. It was a word of mouth thing. It was if you were coming to Universal Studios, maybe you'll come back again for Islands of Adventure because you're there, so you clearly enjoy these properties. So come back again. But now it's all social media and vloggers and influencers and TikTokers and Instagrammers. So, like, they don't need that now. But it would still be cool to, I think, level the playing field a little bit, to just put a preview store of Epic Universe and, let everybody see what lands they are. Like, officially announce it, showcase what this entire theme park is going to look like. So there's a little bit less of, like, a surprise or like a first culture when it comes to Epic. I don't want to like super go off on a tangent about this.
You haven't been?
I'm worried about first culture. I personally hate it. I hate first culture. The second like a new snack stand opens up, everybody has to be there to video it, to Instagram it, to TikTok it. And to me, I don't like that. I really don't. And like, even if I have the availability to be able to go and do that, like, I don't want to unless I really like the thing, Like, that's why we rode Motorbike Adventure on opening day, because we love Harry Potter. Like, we really like Harry Potter. So that's why it was special, And I'm worried about Epic Universe. I'm worried about what that's going to look like, that grand opening, that opening month, that opening year, whatever that is, just everybody just fighting desperately to be first to get those videos out, rather than actually enjoying these properties and what Universal Creative has done to bring these properties to life to actually enjoy. Like when we went to Volcano Bay for the first time, like I didn't film it because wanted to actually like enjoy it. I wanted to familiarize myself with it. You know, like I might have like recorded something, but I don't think I ever like used it for anything. That was back when I did videos for Attractions Magazine, and where I like naturally would have made a video for that when I did like their weekly or monthly videos. But I don't know. It was still fun. I'm trying to figure out where I am in this world of vloggers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's start answering other questions. Okay, this is.
Clearly, I'm passionate about it.
I'm just trying to move us forward.
Some people were saying like to go to like Las Vegas or to go to Asheville and tons of other places. Like we definitely do want to. Like we want to get out of the Disney bubble. Definitely. You know, it's just the Disneyland trip I think was just to like finally get back out there and just stretch those limbs again because it's been so long since we've been, and to just see those theme park lands that we haven't seen. If Epcot were to announce a new pavilion in the World Showcase, what would you want it to be? Also, can we just discuss how fabulous Brennan is?
Giving Elizabeth Taylor realness. Oh, thank you.
Who's Elizabeth Taylor?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay. Brennan, that's fabulous. And if they announced a new pavilion in the World Showcase,
Brazil.
that's what you want? Or you just think that that's what they would do?
Both. I think it would be good. Give me all the cheese bread and chimichurri. And plantains.
I'm trying to think.
And it would be so popular.
Brazil's like the easy choice, I think. I'm trying to think of something that, I mean,
Easy, but
if they
great.
finally like expanded and did what they were supposed to do with the African outpost, I do think that could be pretty cool. Like there's a lot of like culture and interest in that sort of a pavilion easily. And they did plan it. They did completely, blue sky the project. And they just didn't build the pavilion. I'd like there to be a ride in every pavilion like there was supposed to be, where like Germany would have their boat ride, and we would have like the Mount Fuji in Japan, or we'd have like a Matterhorn equivalent bobsled ride like in Norway or something. That could be cool. Cute. I'd rather the budget go to that, like make more rides versus just like pavilions to buy food and beer.
I mean, I'm not going to complain about the food.
No. I mean, yeah, another pavilion would be great. I do think there should be another pavilion before there's another, like, what they've been doing, where they've been just taking pavilion space and making it into something else. Like, at least they're using it. But they made the On and Elsa meet and greet where a pavilion could have gone. They made Ratatouille where a pavilion could have gone, sort of a thing. So it's like, either continue to do that and make them really good, worthwhile rides. So, like, maybe not a meet and greet, or... yeah, make another, like, unique pavilion.
Can you both do another ride at Islands of Adventure or SeaWorld challenge?
I'm trying to get back into the,
it's pretty hard.
In the challenges. So I know that, like, a lot of people, like, started watching this channel because I did those challenges, and a lot of people, like, continue to ask for, like, specifically the riding every ride at Universal challenge, where I tried to ride every ride at both Universal and Islands of Adventure. And like the sad reality of that is just like that was only possible to do at that time, which is why specifically I did it at that time, because there were not a lot of people here, because of just how they were. Yeah, it was specifically that there were not a lot of people here, so I took advantage of that, I guess, and just being able to ride the rides that were open, like even though they did skip rows or whatever they did to fortify those safety procedures at the time. It was possible to do them, but like now you'd be very lucky to do every ride at just Islands of Adventure.
We'd have to like get Express or something to do it now.
Both parks?
Well, if we were just doing one park, like it would either have to be Express or it would have to be a night where the theme parks are open
later,
like past 9 p.m. because that's just kind of like the standard right now is 9.
With international travel reopening, any plans to visit the international theme parks in the future, like Tokyo Disney Sea? No plans, but definitely want to go at some point. Yeah. I don't want to just go to Japan for Tokyo Disney.
I want to go to Japan for Japan.
So that would be like it would need to be like a multi-launch. This would have to be planned probably like a year in advance, like as soon as our like PTO or ADO, whatever it is, like aligns for that year to be able to put in that like vacation time. Because a lot of how we do plans now is just planning on the weekend or extending a weekend or adding on a day off to our
A lot of our plans are just very impulsive, but I would love to go to Japan, Australia, and Canada. I would love to go to those places.
Canada would be pretty easy.
Yeah.
I do have my passport, so gotta use it, right?
Ooh, have you been to Busch Gardens, Tampa for a final ride on Sand Serpent? No, but we're planning.
Yes.
To do it.
We would literally have to do it this next week.
Yeah.
So that was the.
So it's probably coming soon.
Yeah, and I bought a new GoPro because my old one was super old, and I sold that so that I could buy a new one. So again, same with the camera stuff about having to sell something to invest in another one.
Any special plans for July 4th, and does Arlo have firework anxiety? No, he's actually really good with loud noises. Like, he'll bark. Like, if he hears it, he's just like, what's that? But as far as like storm anxiety and firework anxiety, he's actually surprisingly really good. And I was happy with that. Like, I've seen a lot of dogs that don't do well, but it's like never bothered him.
No. And we don't have plans for July 4th. I'm trying to figure it out. So like this is challenging to as a cast member to try to figure out plans for July 4th, because I'm generally blocked out of like the places that you would want to be for July 4th, like Magic Kingdom, like Epcot. You know, you can still experience those things from outside the park. And oftentimes I'm like, would I even really want to be inside the park on like the busiest day of the year just to see the fireworks that I could see from the Contemporary and just ran outside the park, which I often enjoy more so than being inside the park because there's always so much more comfort and wiggle room, you know? Mm-hmm. And to be able to see it sort of like aerially is actually really neat because it really puts it into perspective versus being just scrunched up underneath the castle looking straight up at it. So we'll see. I try to do something for July 4th, whether it's like here, whether it's out, but I don't know. That's always like a very last minute like decision to try to do, because it's like, do I need to see the fireworks again that I've seen? You know, I don't know. They do have the Magic Kingdom fireworks on the 3rd and the 4th. You know, so a lot of people would go to Magic Kingdom on the 3rd and then go to Epcot on the 4th so they could see both fireworks shows. Like, that'd be like the way to do it. But if you do it every year, then, right?
Mm-hmm. Can we expect a vlog when Brightline starts service from Orlando to South Florida to see some attractions down there? I'm not opposed.
Maybe we wanted to take the Brightline to Miami to partake in maybe cruise lines that are launching from Miami. Mm-hmm. But no plans on that. But that'll be something that we just try to figure out.
Yeah, it's not a no for sure. Yeah,
generally like stuff with, again, like plans. It's like this like wishful thinking, this optimism, and then a couple weeks beforehand being like, do you want to do this? Like, you can request off this day and I'll request off this day, and then we'll have a few days to do something, and we could be like, oh, let's see if your parents can take Arlo, and then they're like, yes, please.
Yeah, it's Max asking though. So hey, if you want to take the baby, you want to take the family, you want to make a day trip to Miami, let us know, bud.
I've been to Miami once, and it was like for my dad's high school reunion, and I was very young. So I've
only been to Miami.
Not been to Miami then in that.
I've only driven through Miami to get to the Keys. I've never actually been to Miami. But do you want to do this last question, and then we can start doing that?
I was also going to say that somebody wants more animatronic charades, which that was fun.
That was so many years ago.
That was cool.
All right, this is something you can answer, but I unfortunately can't, and I am ashamed. What is your ranking of all 3 water rapid rides between Popeye, Infinity Falls, and Cali River Rapids? I'd say between Cali and Popeye, which is what...
This is something that I can't answer. I'm going to say...
Between the two, like... Oh, yeah. Max says, now you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right, cool. We'll take a friend trip to Miami. We'll bring the baby. I would do Cali, then Popeye.
Really?
Yeah.
I would probably put Popeyes at number 1. Mm-hmm. And... I guess Infinity Falls. No, I guess so. Popeye, Cali, and then Infinity Falls.
Ooh.
Just because Infinity Falls is it's a little bit shorter, and I really like that that ratio of like wait time to ride duration. I think, and I've never not waited a reasonable amount of time for that, and it's always just the coolest part about that is that elevator. But other than that, it's like, but at the same time, like it's impressive that they fit that ride into that space, because I still remember when they like announced it, when it was like that was just like a casual like pass holder area, and it was like they're putting a water raft ride here, like what? And they did.
Have you guys done a favorites video? Favorite of islands or favorite of Hollywood for drinks, food, and rides? Or if you want to tell us, that'd be cool. We have not done a favorites video.
No, because it rotates all the time.
I was gonna say my favorites are always subjective. Like I'm never a person that has solid favorites because mine change like with the wind. Like I'm in the mood for this one week and then I'm in the mood for this the next week. But I don't know.
And I mean, for me, like I have a lot of fun about trying to find new favorites, like constantly. Like my motivation for going to theme parks is to try to find something like new that I've never done. And then that could be like my absolute brand new favorite snack ever at Disney, or like I ride this ride with this appreciation for it. And then suddenly like I have this whole new respect for it. And like, that's my go-to ride, you know,
I think
People Mover, like I never really cared about People Mover, but you liking it as much as you do has like turned me into like, like more of a People Mover person and that's also like a crowd thing because now everything's crowded. So like People Mover is like the easy go-to to actually do something and kind of get away from everything.
If it's something that we do more than once, I'd say that is something that is our favorite, or at least our favorite at the time. But if you want to get that box.
I do. I'm just trying to think of like if we do have like favorites, like even like our favorite park like transitions like a lot. Does it not?
No, I think it does.
Oh, you were like,
Oh, because I was going to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
While you got this stuff.
Okay. I feel like I'm sweating. So, this is a box with the return label that I hopefully did not show. Spin it around just in case. So this is a box that was actually sent by Jabber. Jabber sends a lot of stuff. I hope he's still here right now. He's always like phenomenally just generous. He sends just like letters and postcards all the time that are just always just, hoping that we're doing fine and just like wishing us happy birthday, happy anniversary, Merry Christmas, happy Halloween. If there's any like holiday of the year, he's sending something just to check in and just to, just let us know that he appreciates us for making these YouTube videos, for just having this internet relationship conversation. And so this was sort of a surprise, to be honest. And I don't know, this was like for my birthday, because my birthday was just this previous month, but I was able to get it at like the last second. I don't check the mail but every like 2 weeks or so, and I must have like checked it literally right before this arrived, because the next time that I checked it, because he let me know, he was just like, hey, just so you know, I didn't want to bother you, but you had something at the PO box, and I guess that was the last day that I could have gotten this before they would have shipped it back, which I didn't know that they did that, because they have called me before to let me know that I did have mail to pick up. So the fact that they didn't like let me know before this would have been like shipped back is sort of weird. But yeah, so this is just like a fun box of just household appliances that we just wanted to show really quickly before we actually do use them, because I like to show what we get in the mail before I use it. I just think that that's like a nice thing to do, and to just kind of show something like later on if we're doing some sort of like house vlog or something, and I'm like, oh yeah, somebody sent this in the mail. I think that's kind of disrespectful, so I wanted to make sure that I showed it before, if it's a shirt, before I wear it, before I put it in like
before you weared it?
Yes, before I put something in our binder, that I wanted to show that it was a letter that we got. So we have a Grogu pancake set.
So I was looking at this, and it's like a skillet, and I would love to make pancakes in this, but I also want to put my eggs in this. Like, I want to make little Grogu eggs.
I don't think about that.
Like, you could put your omelet in that.
To go along with that?
Same with this.
A Mickey Mouse pancake set. So that's adorable. There's a lot of, like, details.
Spatula.
A lot of details in this where, like, you'd be surprised how you'd actually be able to make a pancake like that. But
I'm happy
if
with
it works, it works.
I'm happy with the spatula because for whatever reason, I feel like the thing that we use the most is spatulas.
We love spatulas.
I don't know why.
It's just easy to cook with. And then we got this, which I think we don't have this one, but I think this was like a prize for one of the festivals at Epcot. Like when you did the like Remy's Ratatouille scavenger hunt or something like that. Like one of those scavenger hunts. This was like a prize for that.
No, but I like it because you can put it to the...
And I think we got a Figment one.
I think I'm going to start being one of those people that brings a fancy water bottle to the park with me because it's just so hot.
It is so hot. And there's a bunch of...
Is that everything?
Nope.
Sorry if this is
packing peanuts.
Like a grating sound on the microphones.
And so then there's a couple socks. I don't know if they're just specifically for me or for Brennan too. I think these are socks.
Well, our feet size are nearly nowhere near the same size, so we're going to have to figure this one out soon.
That's true. But we have Mickey Mouse, and then we have, like, Scary Mickey.
Scary Mickey?
Yeah, he looks like...
Well, he's like a hockey player.
Yeah. Hey, Jabber's here. Thank you, Jabber.
We appreciate you. You never have to do this for us, but you always do, and we always appreciate it. Oh, and then, like, the reusable... Honestly, I saw someone bring, because you know how we have the 7 Seas, one of these? I saw someone bring that exact pair to work to eat their lunch.
Chopsticks?
I've been wanting to order myself a pair of chopsticks for the house for so long. I did not notice these the first time we looked at this. I'm so happy! I'm obsessed with this now.
I love how slender they are. Like, look at this.
But
I wanted to bring
one of these to work with me because, man, it's, you know, have you ever worked in one of those like workplaces where it's just like a fight for survival just to get like silverware to eat with if you buy from like your work cafe or whatever? Oh my God. And I've been wanting to get a pair of chopsticks for so long. You know what, Jabber? Extra thank you.
Uh-oh.
Ignore Arlo. He's happy for me.
Yeah, so look at that. We have a couple matching utensil sets here.
No, I'm actually really excited about this.
That's going to be very useful.
I know these aren't... That's not, like, exactly red. But, like, did you think about our colors when you got these? Because you're red and I'm blue?
This is orange.
It's like,
That's green.
It's like a rust. No, that's, like, teal.
Isn't this teal? I don't know.
That's blue.
Is it?
Somebody help.
Watercolors.
Who's Elizabeth Taylor?
Hey, you didn't tell me. So thank you again, Jabber. This was incredibly generous, and now I'm excited because we got it a little while ago. So now I'm excited to actually use them because I've been wanting to. Whenever I get something in the mail, I try to figure out like what platform is it that I need to like showcase this because I want to show all the stuff that is very generously sent to the PO box, and do I put it in some sort of like a home video, or like if I'm not planning to do one of those for a while, like do I do a live stream? So a lot of the times like live streams are sort of instigated by stuff like this. So Jabber, you made this live stream happen. Thank you. But I think now we're gonna get to the grand part of this, which is
happy birthday, Alicia. We're about to
I was like,
happy birthday, Alicia. No, she said it was her birthday and she's gonna get the Grimace meal too.
So is it still there? I don't wanna jinx it or anything, but to my knowledge this was only supposed to go to the end of June, which is specifically why I went last night, because we went to Animal Kingdom and then we got back home and it was like 9 p.m. and then I was like, because I've been wanting to go get this Grimace meal and I wanted to make sure that I could get it. So I actually brought Arlo with me, which I do that sometimes with stuff. So I went to go get Arlo, and we just
look so silly right now.
We hopped in the car, And just drove to McDonald's, and then I got the Grimace meal, the Grimace shake.
This is what he looks like on the couch right now, if you could see that.
Oh.
It's just a blob.
I can relate. But here's the Grimace shake, and here's the Grimace meal. The Grimace meal, I think, was just like you could just get a standard meal that already is. There's not like a Grimace burger or anything weird.
Could you
like
imagine, though?
It'd be like purple. Everything would be purple, apparently.
So nothing about the Grimace meal was like specific.
No,
just
except the Grimace shake. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
And neither one of us has tried this shake yet.
I got a Big Mac, so
There was stuff in here?
yeah.
I thought this thing was empty.
No, I wanted to like bring it to showcase. So this was like the bag for it, and then this was like the Big Mac Grimace meal box. So keep an eye out for that. I'll put it on my eBay.
Oh, I think Jabber did plan the colors out.
Oh, cool. Yay.
You know us. All right, this is going to be a real reaction. Don't give me
Okay.
your reaction or don't tell me what you think until I try it too.
Okay. It's weird with like the shake because like most people are just like, what flavor is it? And everywhere on the internet would just be like Grimace. And it's like, what flavor is that?
Like, that's just like a scary response. I don't want to eat something that tastes like Grimace. That was a big gulp.
Mm-hmm.
Give me. I don't know what that is. I hope you heard all of those mouth sounds. Or just you like swallowing because I could hear it. It's good.
It tastes just like the strawberry shake.
Strawberry, that's what it
think-
is.
It's probably strawberry with like,
Blueberry or
Like-
something. It tastes a little bit like blueberry.
okay.
I can just hear you swallowing it, and I don't know if
I'm
you guys
sorry.
can hear it too.
I'll just let it slide all the way down next time. How dare I?
Right.
I guess there's blueberry in there. Like now that you mention it, I thought it was just gonna be strawberry with like
Gulp, 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 gulp.
with a like dye in there.
It's
Like-
yummy.
Like purple food dye.
Mixed berry. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because that's exactly what it tastes like.
Mixed berry. Yeah. Okay.
So strawberry and blueberry.
blueberry,
Yeah.
mixed berry.
We did it. It's good.
So this was sitting in the freezer just last night, and I took it out and I moved it to the fridge, and then I put it on the table for the past like hour we've been talking, and yeah, I wanted to have that live Grimace shake reaction that everybody's subscribing for, right? That McDonald's content that I'm infamous.
And boo to all of
For-
you who have just been saying it tastes like Grimace.
I mean, well,
It's very tasty. I'm surprised. No, well, I'm not surprised, but I'm like happily surprised.
I'm pleased. I like
It's
it,
good.
and I hope it's like still there. So whoever was gonna go get it,
Get it.
I hope that it is still there. I just wanted to make sure that I got it because I thought it was going away for like at the end of June because now it's July.
Mm-hmm.
Happy July, everyone. It's summertime.
And it's
Today is Farley's birthday.
he's 9.
Farley is 9 years old.
Little kitty.
Some people have been like following this channel since I moved from Gainesville here after college 10 years ago. And yeah, I got Farley like pretty shortly after I moved here. And he's 9 years old. Ooh, double-digit kitty next year.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy?
So we got a 9-year-old and 2 3-year-olds.
Yeah, I guess so. Animals. I guess like one extra thing that I was going to talk about, like which we kind of started talking about like at the beginning, just like with the camera stuff, unintentionally because the camera just kind of crapped out.
Sorry for that sound.
I don't know the longevity of like using this camera for live streams. Oh no, Grimace.
Is he coming back?
he's oof. So what happened at the beginning of this? That sort of happened. I think I might have mentioned it in my little tantrum while it was while I thought the camera was off, because it did happen like when I was trying to set up the live stream like last week, and I don't know if that's the camera. I don't know if that's like the eCam communication back and forth. So I don't know. That shouldn't have happened, and the fact that it hasn't happened since is like a good thing, I'm presuming. But my plan was to continue to use this camera. This is where everybody leaves, but this is my Canon M50, which was my previous vlog camera, and with the Sigma lens that I think is like the most reasonable setup. It still works. The quality of the Sigma is pretty good. This is the camera that my brother gave me that he used for his so my brother has like a student loan / like financial investment wealth company, and he would use this to film his videos. This is a Canon 80D, and thank you. Hello.
Sorry.
Well, now what was I saying? Yeah, so I've decided to sell this camera to get rid of it because it's in really good quality. There's nothing wrong with it at all. This one has like a lot of like bumps and stuff and like scratches, scrapes. Like plastic has like been broken off of this one. So I thought if there was a camera that I would want to like continue using specifically for like live streaming, I'd probably want to use this one versus just like using this one. Getting new cords, connections because I already had everything set up with this one, and with the Ecamm software, this should work and have better quality. But now I'm nervous because of what happened at the beginning of this live stream. But I still think I'm going to go and sell this one. I need to minimize the stuff that I have in the closet back there. I have like 4 boxes right now of my first camera that I ever used, which was like a Canon T3i. Now I have this 80D, and then a couple different like a microphone and like another lens that sort of went with that Canon T3i. I think that was the right one that I had. But yeah, minimizing camera equipment to try to just better my situation here, and if I can get anything back from this to then put back into the software that we're using like right now. The camera that I've been using in the parks, which has been like it's been frustrating, to be honest. Like the just bouncing around with the camera equipment that I've been trying to use with this new camera, trying to decide if I wanted to get like the better version of it, which is the ZV E1 versus the E10 that I have. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I'm pretty comfortable with it, but right now I think the biggest demerit is shooting in 24 frames a second, which I know for like some people is not like the most pleasant viewing experience because it's just different. It's not what your eyes are used to seeing. You know, the standard, I think, frame rate that the eye is comfortable with is 30 frames a second, and 24 is more cinematic because that's sort of that's like the minimal frame rate I think that like movies would be able to utilize in order to make a film. So that's why 24 is more cinematic, and it's much better for low light, which I actually really like that a lot. But then 60 is what I've been using just for years because the more frames you'd think you'd have like in a video, the more you'd be able to see, especially at a theme park when there's a lot happening around you, when you're whipping the camera around, doing lots of pans, trying to get all this action in different shows or fireworks or something like that. But I can't do 4K 60 frames a second with that camera. So that's like a big demerit, and that's where if I'd want to do that, I'd have to buy a very expensive camera to be able to do that. And that's when it just starts to, I have to be conscientious about like that, like investment, right? Like, cause this is a hobby. I don't need to spend $3,000 on a hobby, like at the moment. You know what I mean? This is helpful for me. It's just, verbally therapeutic to be able to like talk this stuff out, because I do like what I'm putting out with this camera right now, and using a new microphone on top of it. It's like a really good microphone, and I'm filming in 4K, exporting in 1080p. Then I'm using a software to stabilize it. Like, it's a pretty good situation, but the frame rate just looks a little bit different than what I'm used to and what other people I'm sure are used to too. So we'll see what happens. Just committing to one way of doing things forever. I don't like to keep changing stuff. I like to keep trying to like switch it up and then find my footing like really fast with it. So that's why it's hard when I'm like, I think this will work, but then it's a little bit regressive, or I have this like, 2 steps forward, 1 step back sort of a thing where it's like I'm figuring it out, but also it's not quite there quite yet. But I think I've enjoyed what I have going on here, at least for right now. What do you think, Brennan?
I do. I do like the way that it looks.
Do you?
I do. Like, it looks good, and I know, like, your biggest thing has been, like, you want a wide-angle lens. You want a wide-angle lens. I didn't interrupt you when you were
Yeah, you did. You, like, did this and moved.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. I think we're okay. Are we okay? Is anyone still here? Darn it. I bumped the... Crap. I think we're all right. Oh, we've been going for an hour. That's probably a good amount of time, I think.
Yep, so we're done right now. Okay, bye.
No.
You want a wide-angle lens, and that's what you've been getting. But to get a wide-angle lens, you have to stabilize it. Otherwise, it gets really warpy and jiggly, and it's not comfortable on the eyes. And then just like because of that, it just involves all this other stuff behind the scenes that is just like just changing the quality of the video. So it's tough, but you're doing it and you're getting your wide angle.
I think it just, you can never have it absolutely perfect. There's always going to be something that could be improved or that could be better. Or like if you like massively improve one aspect of it, then it'll like negatively impact the another quality of it, which like, when I used this camera, like, I really liked it. I liked the bokeh a lot, but it was just so cropped in. Like, even holding it, like, at arm's length, it would only get, like, my, like, neck up, you know, in shots.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
would have
so...
to hold the camera out like this.
Yeah.
And it would only be right here.
Yeah, and it's, like, and it's very heavy and stuff, too, and I could never get a microphone that I, like, liked with it without it being just too bulky and awkward, you know? So, like, this new camera thing, I kind of like it. You know, I'm working on it. You know, if it doesn't work, if it's bad, like, trust me, I know.
Just be patient.
Maybe, but it's like I'm also like aware of like the constraints of, you know, like the alternative is to buy the ZV-E1, which can shoot at 4K 60 frames a second, but it's like $2,300, and I'd have to buy like a $200 4K memory card to be able to like read and write to that speed, probably, you know, or I'd have to buy multiple of them for like trips and stuff like that. And then 60 frames a second 4K, very, very big files, takes a long time to export, and you know, so there's so much to it where it's like, wow, all that just to make it look a little bit more smooth. And I could shoot in 30 frames 4K, but that crops in a lot for some reason. Like, did Arlo just yawn?
I don't know if that was like a yawn or a weird snore and he woke himself up, or a burp.
Dogs.
You good?
Yeah, so... Oh, he's sleeping.
He's sleeping with his eyes open. He's having a little nightmare.
I'll wake him up.
Oh. Hey, Papa. Good morning. Okay, you're having a little nightmare. With your eyes open. That was really creepy.
That is kind of weird. Yeah, so the only problem with 30 frames a second is that it crops in a lot. So then at that point, to like crop it into where this original camera was, it's like, what was the point in buying a new camera with a wide angle lens, with the new microphone, with the software that stabilizes it, with all these other factors, where it's like, you know, like I have to have some sort of like improvement with what I want, which is to have more of a wide angle view of things, because I generally film more going this way than on myself. You know, I just generally find me walking places, talking about stuff that I see, it's better to show it versus like showing just my face talking about it. You know, at least as I'm like actively moving.
You're like, all right, look at this thing right here.
Like
there
are vloggers that do that, and you know, they get a lot of crap for it. And I you know, not that I like agree with it, but like I understand that sort of a, you know, feedback to give, where it's like, if you're gonna show something, show the thing. You don't have to show like yourself being like, whoa, look at that right there. It's like, I don't know, teach their own.
Do you guys see this Pikachu right here? Where is he?
That's Dragonite.
Him? Right here?
Yeah.
You see him? You see him?
So
You see him?
I think we're gonna go.
Well,
We've been talking
the
for.
poster.
Well, yeah. I was gonna be like, I was gonna talk about it, but I totally forgot about it. So
And then we're gonna go.
The likelihood of this is very minimal, but I am gonna be putting this on eBay. If you do want a Canon 80D, I don't know what the list price of this. I usually with eBay just kind of go with whatever they tell you to. But if you are in the market of a Canon 80D for probably a little bit less than what I would sell it on eBay, send me an Instagram, serious inquiries only, and yeah.
Here's my eBay down below.
No. I don't know, just to put it out there, like if somebody actually wants, like I like this stuff to go towards people that would want to use it for like creative reasons, you know, which I'd presume they would on eBay anyway, but might as well. Also, this is like kind of a giveaway, I guess, because I got a new poster for this room, which is in front of us here. It's another Harry Potter poster, because I've been wanting to replace that one for a little bit with something like more fun than what we had, which is this, which you can't really see, but it is a Hogwarts Express poster, just with like
it's just
9 3/4.
Yeah, it's just a big red poster, and it has the 9 3/4 like emblem right in the middle of it.
I think it says Hogwarts Express at the bottom. If you want this poster, just send me a message on Instagram or Twitter and just be like, "Hi, can I have the poster?" And then just give me like an address you want me to send it to you.
Yeah,
because I literally just put it in the wrapper that this poster came in, and then I'm gonna put this in the box that this poster came in, and I'm just gonna drop it off at the post office and just send it wherever. Because otherwise, I just would have thrown it away.
Yeah, we don't want to throw it away, but we also thought it'd be weird to donate. So it's just like, hey, if you want it, like, come get it.
It's like a $15, $10 poster. So it's just like, just whoever wants it, just send me an Instagram. And if nobody wants it, that is fine.
We'll give it to Arlo.
Yeah, but just whoever sends me something first and just like gives me an address to send it to, then I can absolutely throw that, take that to the post office, throw it at the post office.
When you're ready, come and get it. Na 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 na.
Thank you. Okay, I think we're gonna go in this live stream. This was quite a live stream. Yep, there were some things that happened. There were some things that didn't happen.
That sounds more cryptic than it really was.
No, I mean we talked about all that we wanted to. I wanted to make sure to showcase.
And now people are gonna be talking about live stream meltdowns.
No. I think I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna edit it out so nobody will ever know. So this is the replay. Then you'll never know.
Sneaky.
I don't even know if I can do that, but we'll see. I mean, if it's just like, I might, because it's like it's just gonna be like nothing but like black nothing of just us kind of awkwardly talking for like 2 minutes.
It's small in here.
Well, I bumped into this over here because Brennan's makeup stuff is over here, and whoops. And yeah, I had to pull it out from the wall to set up all the sound equipment and stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this on the live stream replay, hello. Thank you so much.
And goodbye.
I don't know. I hope this is always like something fun to
and
like.
You can get your Snickers iced coffee. Not on Oiby. Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. I hope this is just something interesting to like listen to play in the. That's how we like to like listen to live streams that we missed or something. Just like let it play while we do something else around the house or like clean, cook, do dishes or something. So thanks. I will try to actually end the live stream this time because I'm about to have another tantrum. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I have a couple of videos coming out soon. There's a challenge video that hopefully you'll like. Because I liked it a lot.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah. And then we went to Animal Kingdom and then, yeah, just trying to get these videos out because there was a time there when I was just constantly trying to catch up with these like trips and camera, confusion things and, all that fun stuff, logos and outros and intros. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
All right, now I'm going to tell you who Elizabeth Taylor is.